Today I'm bringing you the story about Mmiliaku, the kind woman. So once upon a time, there was a king that had 7 wives. The king loved the 7th wife, Mmiliaku, more than the rest because Mmiliaku was wise. Mmiliaku was giving him good advice. Mmiliaku was kind to both human beings and animals. Mmiliaku was doing everything for peace, but the other 6 wives were always plotting against Mmiliaku. One day, the king said he was traveling to a far place and it was going to take him 4 days, and told them to all behave well, and then he left. When the king left, the big monkey in the village came into Mmiliaku's room and started begging Mmiliaku to exchange her buttocks with the monkey's tail. The monkey begged her and said, look, I'm going to get a wife. Other people going there don't have tails. I want to look like an elegant man. I want to look handsome. I want to be able to win the hand of this girl in marriage. He begged and begged. Mmiliaku, being so kind, couldn't refuse and said, please, make sure you come back before 4 days, before the king would come back. The monkey promised. They exchanged and the monkey went. When the monkey got to the place, he was the most handsome, the most elegant because he had human buttocks. He didn't have a tail. And he was dancing and dancing and dancing better than everybody. So he won the maiden and married the maiden. But he had to spend a few more days by tradition before he could come back to the village. In his absence, the king came back. When the king came back, he went into his quarters. All the other wives came to welcome him. Mmiliaku did not go. Mmiliaku sent her servant to go and tell the king that she was not well and she would come to see him when she got better. The other women told the king to ignore her, that she had something she was hiding, and that she had been misbehaving behind the king's back. And they were jeering at the king, saying, you loved her, now she's brought shame on you, and were saying all kinds of terrible things to the king, and the king did not say anything. So they took their story to the village and told the villagers how Mmiliaku was misbehaving while the king was away. So the villagers came and said, oh, to settle this matter, all the king's wives must come out in the arena and dance naked, starting from the oldest, from the most senior to the youngest, who is the last married. And they all agreed because they had already seen her taking a bath and they saw her tail. So they thought, okay, yes, this is the time the king would discard her or kill her and be kind to us and start marrying us alone. Okay, so what happened? That day came, the first wife danced and danced and danced and danced in the arena, did all kinds of gyration, dropped her cloth, and hugged her husband. Everybody clapped and screamed and shouted. The second one jumped. As she was coming out, the second one jumped into the arena and started dancing and dancing and dancing and dancing and jiggling and jiggling and jiggling, and then took off her clothes and embraced her husband. By the time the third one was getting into the arena, Mmiliaku was getting frantic. She started singing, "Okay, we kwiyogo, kwiyogo, okay, we kwiyogo, kwiyogo. Ndị beze kala egwu n'obi eze, kwiyogo onye agba ama n'ọgọdọ n'ukwu, kwiyogo onye bụ n'ọdụdụ egwu kwiyogo ananga manọgọdọ n'ukwu kwiyogo ananga ebu n'ọdụdụ egwu kwiyogo kenwe kwiyogo kwiyogo kenwe kwiyogo kwiyogo. She was calling the monkey Okenwe, asking, do you want me, telling the monkey, look, they want us to dance in arena. Nobody should wear clothes. Nobody should have tails. Do you want me to wear clothes? Do you want me to have tails? Okenwe, Okenwe, kwiyogo, kwiyogo. And then the fifth wife jumped into the arena and started dancing and dancing and dancing. After that, the sixth one got into the arena. By the time it was the sixth one was inside the arena, she started singing again. Okay, we kwiyogo, kwiyogo, okay, we kwiyogo, kwiyogo. Dibeze kala egwu n'obi eze kwiyogo onye manọgọdọ n'ukwu kwiyogo onye bụ n'ọdụdụ egwu kwiyogo ananga manọgọdọ n'ukwu kwiyogo ananga ebu n'ọdụdụ egwu kwiyogo kenwe kwiyogo kwiyogo kenwe kwiyogo kwiyogo. She was crying, and Ekenwe jumped into the house through the window and exchanged and gave her buttocks quickly and took the tail and ran out through the window, went on top of a tree and sat there watching the calamity that will happen in the arena. As that was happening, Mmiliaku had already started dancing slowly inside her room. As the sixth wife was coming out, Mmiliaku started singing, praising her king, her husband, the king. Her voice was like the gong. She was dancing and dancing and praising her husband. She came into the arena. She very tall, very elegant, very beautiful. As she was dancing and dancing, she took out her cloth and then dropped it on the arena. There was no tail. The other wives were confused. She ignored them and danced until she hugged her husband. The other ones were trying to explain explain that she really had a tail. Nobody listened to them. The villagers got them and killed them. Then Mmiliaku became the only wife the king married and stayed with the king, helping to make the town very, very peaceful. Chabi, war.